I have over 1,200 hours in this game, and I've never once had all achievements simultaneously. So in today's video, I'm going to make it my mission to collect all 137 achievements as of the current version of Terraria. So enjoy. Our first achievement we nabbed from just touching the sun in the background, giving us going old school. I should preface, I played this on a journey mode character, so loading in I immediately got 3 other achievements for having wings, a hammer, and a grapple hook. Now, if you're not familiar with journey mode, they added a new achievement for this particular mode in specific where you have to research 50% of all items in the game. If you didn't know, that's over 3,000 items, like individual unique items that you have to research. And the function of researching in journey mode is essentially duplication. It's like creative mode, but with extra steps. I didn't really use God mode since I figured that would be kind of stupid, like that would be a boring video if I can't die, right? So I didn't really use that. Just thought I should explain the research aspect. Anyways, I started off with the basics, collecting wood, which gave me the timber achievement. And I don't show it often throughout the video, but I'm researching everything. I'm making every furniture item, making every armor, every grapple, every weapon, everything, just so I can minimize the struggle later. Crafting a workbench gave me the benched achievement, and then got myself the matching attire achievement utilizing a full set of wooden armor. And right after that, I also finished a house, which gave me the achievement No Hobo. No Hobo, yep. Suitable house for NPC. I'm gonna get these two. Well, yep. Cool. Let's go find a cave. And find a cave I did. Went to the right, immediately found the crimson, and realized how trash these wings are. But mining lead gave me the Ooh Shiny achievement. Now I know it looks like we're flying through achievements, but trust me, it slows down really bad towards the end. There are a few achievements in this game that are just miserable. So I continued exploring to the right side of my world and realized you can just dupe money, and like this is entirely intentional. I just wanted infinite money at this point because I figured if I can buy out NPC shops, I can quickly raise the amount of items I've researched, which is what it's called when you duplicate. So I got infinite plat really quickly. Lovely. We are just absolutely balling every which element of the word. So it was at this point that I discovered that I could accelerate time, and yeah, and pause and change its night and day and whatnot. But anyways, I accelerated time, and in doing so, I sort of accidentally gave myself another achievement, the You Can Do It achievement, which is just when a whole day passes. So yeah, that was cool. That's a day pass. Next achievement is making an anvil. At this point in time, the name of the game was to just collect resources, dupe as much as I could, get as overpowered as I could, or I say as overpowered as I could. It's entirely unnecessary because later I realized how easy journey mode difficulty is. There's journey mode, then normal mode, then expert, then master. I'm used to playing on master. Anyways, right here I realized I should probably get the vehicular manslaughter achievement, which I just sort of failed. I don't know if I missed or something, but yeah, I had to just run over a poor little slime guy with my minecart, which I eventually get. I was like, why is that not? So anyways, I continued throughout the mines. I found some silver and some gold, all of which I would duplicate so I could make the armor and tools for researching purposes. And I got a little in over my head and accidentally hit some dynamite. But fortunately, it actually gave me an achievement to kill myself. The Watch Your Step achievement, because it classified as a trap for some reason. Anyways, after my return from the, accidental explosion, I realized something. Deleting items in journey mode counts as researching them, and furthermore, you can partially research items if you don't have enough by deleting them. Like if you have 11 out of 25 and you delete it, it counts that 11 out of 25 towards the research. So you could just have a clean inventory at all times, which I start to abuse later. I craft up an anvil, which gave me the achievement Heavy Metal, and then I immediately make myself an entire set of gold armor and gold tools, since, this is pretty much the strongest you can get pre-boss. We can just trash this stuff a bit. New gear in tow, I headed home, and I I'm sorry for all the builders in advance. I made a shit ton of NPC prisons. Dude, I can't be bothered. You have to collect a total of whoa. You have to house over 26 town NPCs. I was not trying to do that with actual beautiful houses. This is an achievement run, not a pretty have fun build run. Alright, so I apologize. But just wanted to throw that out there. This. Yep, merchant. Cool. Where are you, bud? So this is the beginning of my buy everything and then delete it immediately plan, since I have I have infinite money. I literally am Scrooge McDuck. Like, I can just buy whatever I want and not worry about it, which honestly makes this run like a total blessing. Like, being able to buy whatever you want and reforge as much as you want to the Goblin Cuck, actually a game changer. I put my heaps of money away, since you still do lose half of your total money when you die, and I visited the Crimson, because a terrible but good idea popped into my head. Since Journey Mode is so easy, I could definitely just kill Brain of Cthulhu with golden weapons. Thanks to the long reach of Journey Mode, I could break these through the wall, netting me the Smashing Poppet achievement, and, you know, it actually allowed me to fight Brain of Cthulhu early. I got an Undertaker here, and you only need 99 bullets for it to give you infinite bullets, so, yeah, I mean, you can imagine what I do next. I gun that brain down. Easy Brain of Cthulhu, wait. Actually, this thing is so disgustingly strong in normal mode. What the heck? Yeah, after just like under a month ago doing a summoner master mode run, this shit was a joke. Like, I know Journey Mode is for new players, or for, like, players who just want to dick around in, like, the simulator open world, or, like, not RPG, sandbox aspect of this game. But, dude, what is this? Like, I'm speedrunning a boss that is typically impossible to skip so easily on a harder difficulty. Like, oh my goodness, this is stupid. But, I don't mind. I don't know why the arms dealer moved in before the, oh, we don't get master mode drops or anything, though. We don't get expert mode drops, so we don't get Shield of Cthulhu. Means our first dash is Master Ninja Gear. Anyhow, Master Ninja Gear aside, I got the Mastermind achievement for defeating the Brain of Cthulhu. And here comes another lengthy session of buying NPC shops out and trashing every single item until everything is in my research tab. Yippee. Early dynamite though, honestly massive. I abused that momentarily for elevator. Also, the mini shark from the arms dealer is an achievement. Completely awesome. So, nabbed that really quickly. Oh man, there's a lot of stuff we need. For the interest of time, I sped this part up to like 400% speed because the Dryad, for some reason, sells an insane amount of items. Okay, that's every single NPC's thing done. Remembering that I just killed the Brain of Cthulhu means I had infinite Crimtane, which means I just got a whole tier upgrade. And yeah, I want you to look at this. I have 0 accessories except for the fledgling wings. So, and y'all are gonna get annoyed because I had some really trash-ass accessories this entire run, simply because I didn't really care that much, and it worked, right? So, anyways, Crimtane armor, Crimtane weapons, everything deleted in research, yada yada, you know the drill by now. I begun my elevator with the infinite stacks of dynamite that I had, and fortunately, really fortunately, I picked an extremely good spot, because as I was blowing it up, I found my first life crystal, giving me the Heartbreaker achievement. Furthermore, literal seconds later, I blew into an underground cabin, giving me the I Am Loot achievement. And then, like a minute later, I found this weird glowing boulder, and upon breaking it, I got the Fortune Favors the Bold. Oh, and if you're wondering why I didn't already have this from my last run, the Summoner run, I reset my catch, just so I could, like, have a full fresh run of all the achievements. I kind of forgot to explain that, but yeah, if you were wondering. I got some diamond saplings, and I wanted to see if the time acceleration method, like, made them grow faster, and their meteor fell, and it does, like, kind of. I don't know. Anyways, I found a little house south of, the diamond tree farm that I had somewhat set up. It gave me a cloud in the bottle, which was fat. And then I found another chest to the left of that with Hermes boots, which was even more fat. And eventually I actually just ended up reaching hell, which gave me the achievement, It's Getting Hot in Here. But I died, like, right as I got there. Damn, dude, I just killed myself. Oh, because timed accelerated meteors are like spawning shit. Hold on. Quickly summarize my hell adventure. I sort of just used the surrounding buildings to gather as much hellstone as possible. I wanted 100 for the duplication of ore, and then I went to the very bottom and I got myself the rock bottom achievement, which also killed me, so that blew. Anyways, without a Hellforge, all this hellstone would be effectively useless, so I went and found myself one of those in a surrounding building after, I got back to hell. After that, I quickly made pretty much everything you can make, including a molten pickaxe, giving me another achievement, Miner for Fire. Afterwards, I went exploring and found a desert to my left, which had a very close to the surface pyramid, which was sweet. And I got lucky. I didn't get the stupid vanity set. I did get the sandstorm in a bottle, so that was huge. Now, here's a quick overview of my explorations in the underground desert, where I found absolutely nothing. I did find the golfer, which was huge, but for my first 3 chests, I got the same damn item over and over again. The snake flute. Holy shit. If I tell you I wasn't getting pissed in the moment, I would be lying. 3 houses, dude. 3. And finally on the 4th one. Just kidding. I got another bass statue. Maybe it was the 5th one? Honestly not sure. One of these I got an ancient chisel in. I think it's this one. And finally, after what felt like forever, I do get an ancient chisel. It only took 6 desert houses. But yeah, I keep this equipped for pretty much ever because it's overpowered as hell. And following that great accessory find, I finally get enough life crystals to duplicate them, and I just immediately give myself maximum life. Now, this is related to an achievement, but I can't actually get the topped off achievement until hard mode, because you need life root for it to, actually be maximum life. But whatever, this was great, and I needed it. I went home, and I actually planned on turning it tonight so that I could get the golfer to come home, but the 1 in 3 chance for the Eye of Cthulhu to spawn just happened to go off when I ticked it tonight. So this saved me time and the effort of finding the spawner. And of course, this guy goes down without even remotely a hassle. I mean, first of all, we're in journey mode, and second of all, I have a molten quality gear. So yeah, this was a joke. Defeating him netted me the Eye on You achievement, as well as some Crimson Seeds, since I had already gotten the Crimson ore from the brain. Anyways, I found a meteorite ore to the left, and I mined enough to duplicate the ore. Shortly after, I was just continuing to explore left, and I ran into a fairy, which just so happened to, for some reason, proc the Hey Listen achievement. I don't really know why they were on the surface. If I had to guess, it was for that chest, but I don't know. Further left, I found a living tree biome, and I had the brilliant idea to try to speedrun, or not speedrun, but to hasten the chances of getting the heliophobic or heliophobia achievement. If you don't know, this achievement is from gnomes spawning and getting turned to stone from it being daytime. And gnomes, for some reason, only spawn inside of living tree biomes? I don't know. That right now. Dude. Oh, yeah, there you go, heliophobia. Not even 2 seconds later, I got my second can of worms, which allowed me to duplicate cans of worms, which is good because you can get golden worms. Golden worms are infinite 50% bait power, gummy worms, all golden bestiary creatures, and infinite golden delights. It's absurdly broken. Found the jungle biome. Didn't really have much to look for except for maybe feral claws, a queen beehive, jungle temple for later, just sort of random nonsense. I didn't really know what I was looking for. I just kind of aimlessly explored. At this point, I was just dicking around trying to get random achievements. Staff of regrowth would be great. I'm getting bestiary, which is nice. I need that. Oh, I found the jungle temple. That's cool, I guess. I'm not entering that, like earlier. There's no point. Oh, there is a lost girl. That's really annoying. Could use that. Need that for, GPS and cell phone and then shell phone, because cell phone and shell phone are both achievements. Black mirror and then... Akin to the desert, Relogic did not want to bless me up. My first chest, or no, my bad, second chest, I got the seaweed. Are we serious? Third chest, I did get the Anklet of Wind, however, and then the fourth chest, I also got the Staff of Regrowth. So, I mean, it started to look up. And then the fifth chest, I also got what I actually wanted, the Feral Claws. So, yeah. I didn't really have a build in mind. I was kind of just picking up random accessories I thought were good, or knew were good. In my adventures, I accidentally summoned Queen Bee. I don't know how. I think I had Smart Cursor on in the extended range from Journey mode. I just slapped the shit out of a larva with a pickaxe, so she got pissed at me. Wasn't too worried about it. And, yeah, I mean, this fight goes about as smoothly as you would expect. It's, again, Journey mode. Everything is mad easy. I was actually coming to the realization I might need to up the difficulty, just because this would be a boring video if I never died. So, yeah. Come on. Come on. Following that incredibly hard-fought victory, I got the achievement Sting Operation. After killing the queen, I had no reason to stick around, so I headed straight to the ocean on the left side, got myself the angler, and realized, damn it, I am not ready to lock in and do 200 fishing quests. You'll see how I cheese that later. My primary goal at the moment was to find the shimmer, because shimmering certain items gives you permanent buffs, and also it is really useful when it comes to making accessories like the Ankh Shield, which is an achievement. On my way down, the dynamite accidentally blew up blocks into the shimmer, giving me the A Shimmer in the Dark achievement. It was here where I finally got myself the last bit of diamonds I needed for my 15 diamonds to duplicate, which in turn allowed me to get every single other gem using the shimmer. Oh, and I also started getting the permanent buffs too. Throw that in, get ourselves a gummy worm. For ourselves a life crystal. We have like any singular food item, like a peach, a plum, a pear. Okay, single. The gummy worm. Oh, they nerfed it. Permanently increased fishing skill. Those permanently increase luck. 1 9. Thank you. Good crap. It's just clay after amethyst, or like dirt. After my shimmering shenanigans, I headed home and realized that a slime ring was happening, and the traveling merchant was in town, both of which were pretty useful. The slime ring netted me the Pretty in Pink achievement for killing Pinky, because apparently she spawns during this event now, as well as spawning King Slime, which I needed for another achievement. Killing him, which was no trouble of course, netted me 2 achievements, one for completing the slime ring event, and one for killing him, Sticky Situation, as well as Slippery Shinobi. Furthermore, it spawns a new town slime NPC. Well, I say new, this is 1.4. But anyways, if you pet him, it gives you another achievement, Feeling Petty. After petting the little blob, I realized I needed more prisons because I needed more town NPCs and yada yada. And I also took note that I needed to plant 100 acorns for a new 1.4.5 achievement, so I just banged that out real quick. Yep, conservationalists support sustainable logging by planting 100 acorns. Afterwards, I set up my first fishing pond, which I was going to need for my, master servant or whatever the achievement is for 200 completed fishing quests, as well as completing my first fishing quest. Oh, and as you can see, you can duplicate fishing, or quest fish, which is exactly what I do for the achievement, because I am not doing 200 fishing quests. Hell no. Anyways, there's Servant in Training. So the plan was simple. Duplicate the fish, switch it from night to day, complete quests. But in doing so, I accidentally triggered a Blood Moon, and then immediately skipped it, which gave me the Bloodbath achievement. So that was nice. And then I skipped another day, and the Goblin Army came, so I mean, I was getting pretty lucky with these pools. There wasn't much to be seen, or even gained from the Goblin Army, really. I mean, I got Bestiary, and obviously the Goblin Cuck following the event, but it wasn't that important. I did get to, however, infinitely dupe Spike Balls and just kind of cover the world, but after defeating them, I got Goblin Hunter. And then I just sort of randomly decided to get unusual survival strategies, or whatever. You just drink water while drowning to gain health. It's weird. It was shortly after this, actually, that I realized I could make infinite golden delights. I did so, which netted me the achievement Feast of Midas. And, you know, the best food buff in the entire game. 48 minutes worth of a majority boost, or major boost, I mean, to all stats. That's busted. I then went to scout out the dungeon, and fortunately, I actually got one of the new dungeon generations this time, unlike my Summoner Seed, where I got, like, the plain old boring one. But I got a cool one this time, so that was sick. And so I waited until night, and I cursed the old man. And bear in mind, I was on Master Mode, so this was honestly really stupid, and I was incredibly underprepared. But luckily, the Molten Fury and Hellstone Arrows, or whatever they're called, are absolutely overpowered as hell. Skeletron goes down without too much of a hassle, which gave me the Bone achievement. With my newfound access to the dungeon, I immediately explored as much as I could, and Relogic decided it was my day, or it was my hour more so, and I immediately found the Goblin Cuck just sitting there. In my hunt for a golden key to unlock my first dungeon chest, I forgot that I was on Master Mode and got molested in a corner. Lovely. Anyways, once I'd opened my first dungeon chest, I got the Dungeon Heist achievement. Following that, I had got an achievement that I'd missed, like, way earlier game, like a boss, for getting the Eye of Cthulhu spawner. That's a strange pick, but yeah. Also found a Murmassa, which was awesome, to make myself the Knight's Edge. I figured I would find the mechanic later game, and I just kind of wanted the Knight's Edge really badly, because this sword eats ass. So yeah, I made it. I could also make Spectre Boots thanks to the Goblin Cuck, so that was a plus. And around this time, during my exploration, I also got enough stars to finally get infinite stars. Took like 50 or something. And with that, I could make myself star crystals or mana crystals, and get myself another achievement. Star power. I then, for no particular reason, went back to the Shimmer, and I thought that they would have max happiness because the Nurse and the Arms Dealer love each other. They didn't, but I did get myself an Aether Pylon, so I could just TP to the Shimmer whenever I wanted. Well, after I got the normal Pylon, that is. I also had gotten myself a fruit at some point, so I could just get the Ambrosia buff, which is just like mining speed and a couple of other minor buffs, but it's good to have. It was now time to get ready for what I believe is the most glanced over boss in probably all of Terraria history, at least pre-hard mode wise, Deerclops. This dude is stupid, his drops are terrible, and he's post-Skeletron. Why, Relogic? I love the crossover, but what is this placement? Oh, I got Jeepers Creepers for finding a Spider Bomb. I then saved the Elder Slime because he was just chilling around here for some reason. Not really sure. A skeleton merchant spawned, and he sold me like 1.4.5's new best mount, but equipping it gave me the Cavalry achievement for equipping any mount. And yeah, after about 15 or 20 minutes of 10x spawn rates on journey mode, I had amassed everything I needed to craft the deer thingy, which is Deerclops' spawn. But first, unsurprisingly, I got a bit sidetracked and made myself a graveyard biome because they had added a new zombie type you have to kill for the bestiary called the Moss Zombie. And it's a pain in the ass, and you need bad luck to get it, which you can get from ravens. Oh, and also the groom spawn. But anyways, that's what I was doing here. I was just working on bestiary because I was not trying to do this later game. Anyways, there's the Moss Zombie. Let's go fight this dude. But first, let's make some sunglasses and get the On Fleek achievement. Because why not? Using the infinite stars that I had accrued because of the journey mode duplication, I made myself a star cannon since I think this is the highest raw damage output you can get pre-hard mode. And obviously the limiting factor typically is stars, but I had infinite, so I was totally going to use this shit. Also, this boss is terrible. Like, it's cool, but it just sucks ass. Like, this is an F tier boss. You know, I love it, but I also hate it. This is just the method, I guess. Okay, eye for an eye. Do I get his bag? I think I get it later. I'm not. Anyways, I headed to the jungle and got myself a pylon since teleporting on the map is convenient and also you need critters with NPCs. I then headed directly into the jungle because I had apparently missed an achievement where like you enter a hive. So yeah. It's at this point that I realized the majority of the achievements I was missing were locked behind hard mode. And I could sit here and just get all the weird niche ones, but that seemed boring. and it would be faster if I got the end game gear and then rushed them, right? So I decided it was time to fight the Wall of Flesh. And even though I was in Master Mode and didn't have an arena and had terrible mobility, the Star Cannon is just unparalleled in raw DPS. Like, seriously. Oh, there you go. The dynamite did work. I just had to actually hit the dude. Come on. Defeating the Wall of Flesh opened not only the hard mode world, but also gave me 2 achievements. Still Hungry and It's Hard. And of course, following his defeat, I immediately took to the Crimson with my new Pawn Hammer and destroyed a shit ton of altars, giving me the Begone Evil achievement. I was actually so fortunate that whilst I was breaking a bajillion altars with my Pawn Hammer, I happened to, you know, a bunch of wraiths spawn, and I killed them, and I got the 1 in 2,500 or whatever chance Mechanical Skull. So that was just really convenient. So, remembering that I was on Journey mode, I immediately fought Skeletron Prime because I mean, look at his health, dude. This is ridiculous. 14,000 health. Are we kidding? This guy's supposed to have like 56,000. And the Star Cannon is kind of busted. So after absolutely spraying him with a Hail Mary of stars, he goes down. I get just barely not enough hollowed bars for infinite, but, you know, what you gonna do about it? I also developed a brain post this fight, so I decided to mine some hard mode ores, which gave me extra shiny, and I just sort of worked up the progression tier. I mean, in this world we had Palladium, Ore, Alchemy, and Titanium. Tried out the drills because apparently they buffed them. They still suck ass. It is what it is. So it didn't take too long until we had enough titanium to make infinite, which, you know, I made a whole set and then all the gear and everything, just so I could get it in my my researched items, and yeah, major upgrade. Oh yeah, and it was around now that I noticed that my accessories were straight hot buttons, but I don't upgrade them until later. So I headed to the Hollow because I needed Souls of Light to make myself the Twin Spawner. I also just wanted crystals and the Queen Slime Spawner, which I don't know if I found it, but I got a couple of them later, so it wasn't really too relevant. Not like I fight her right now anyways, I fight her like way later because, as we saw in the Summoner video, Queen Slime is a bitch. Like, oh my gosh, he's overpowered. Oh yeah, and I killed Tim, because he just decided to randomly show up, so that's an achievement. Probably really disgusting against Destroyer in normal mode. With my now infinite Souls of Light in tow, I took all of the materials required and made myself the Mechanical Eyeball, ready to fight the twins. Again, didn't have much of a game plan. I did, however, buy myself the jetpack from the steampunk after she moved in, but I was just praying that the Star Cannon's damage held up, and it did. Like, egregiously so. For some reason, well, I say for some reason, normal mode is just an absolute breeze walk in the park compared to anything else in this game, and journey mode is even easier than it, so you can imagine how, like, shifting from master mode to this was like a hydrogen bomb versus what is it, sick infant or whatever the hell. Like, that is essentially how I can explain this. We just got a whole bunch of good dupes. That is amazing. That is amazing. So yeah, post twins, I got infinite hollow bars and made myself the entire hollow armor set as well as the Excalibur, and then I headed straight to the underground Crimson to farm for Souls of Night. I also need a bestiary, so I mean, like, I'm progressing in the bestiary. Like, you'll see when it starts to become a bit of a drag. But as of right now, we're making good progress. Also upgraded the Star Cannon, and you're about to see how busted it was on a worm-based boss. There goes Destroyer. Yep, he's dead. And buckets of bolts. Let's get our... And then, of course, made myself a pickaxe axe, which gave me the achievement Drax Attacks. Oh, and I also just banged out making a rainbow rod, because, yeah, that gives you an achievement for some reason. I don't know why. This weapon's kind of buns. It's just cool looking. Afterwards, I was planning on getting ready to go to the jungle so I could, you know, take out Terraria and just sort of speedrun to the end of the game to get other achievements faster, but a blood moon happened, and I really needed the surly slime. If you're unaware, you need all, like, 8 or so town NPC slimes, and one of them you get from fishing during a blood moon. So, I got pretty fortunate here, and it really didn't take that long. Yeah, and if some stroke of, like, unfortunate luck decided to hit, it was now, of course, because I got invaded by pirates in the middle of the blood moon, and as you can see, it didn't occur until I raised the spawn rates, because they were at 0, so the event actually couldn't happen. And then during this pirate invasion, a solar eclipse turned on. Are we serious? So yeah, we got a solar eclipse and a pirate invasion. Fortunately, I can just skip solar eclipses by changing the time, but the pirate invasion I did have to sort of deal with. Now, I skipped it manually, which gave me the Kill the Sun achievement, and I ended up just doing the pirate invasion, of course, like, as you do, just kill a bunch of mobs or whatever. I need to do the, whatchamacallit, yeah, so after a couple of minutes, the pirate invasion goes down with little to no difficulty, which gave me the Walk the Plank achievement. So I made my way to the pre-Terra jungle, and I had a couple things I had to do. I wanted to find life fruit. I wanted to mine chlorophyte, since that's an achievement, which I did right here. And I wanted to kill Lady, of course. And shortly after, like, I don't know, 3 minutes of looking, give or take. Oh, I just slapped my mic, sorry. I found a Plantera bulb. And, you know, of course, journey mode and its shenanigans, I didn't build an arena, no. I spawned her, and I stood still while swinging Excalibur at her. And this worked perfectly. She went down with pretty much no fight at all, because this game's a joke in journey mode. And you know what? I would be apologetic, but this is a all achievement run, not all achievement master mode run. Anyways, I decided to take a little bit of a fishing break before I just went to beat Golem's ass. I mean, we all know Golem's a pushover, right? So he's certainly no different in a mode that's far easier than the hardest difficulty. And I just sort of kept doing this trick where I caught quest fish, I would dupe them, and then I would change the time and force reload his quest to instantly submit it. Doing so, I completed 2 of his, like, quest things, and I got myself the golden fishing pole as well. All of which netted achievements, by the way. I then found myself some new snazzy threads in the Captain Armor set, which is the new addition in 1.4.5, the hard mode variant of the fishing set, which also gave me the fashion statement achievement, since I had never fully equipped my vanity slots, I guess. Following that, I made my way back to the Jungle Temple. I just had a voice crack. Unfortunately, I had found it earlier game. Busting in gave me the temporary achievement, and I made my way through all the way to the boss summoning room, and just wasted no time summoning Golem, since, I mean, as I said before, this guy's a pushover. Can I just face tank? I can. Let's just face tank tough. Did not do that. Actually, this is probably better. It's for the spread that it does. After 0 brain power usage and a whole lot of face tanking, Golem goes down, giving me the Lizardian Idol achievement. I then had a strange side tangent where, like, I really wanted a conch, so I fished in an oasis biome until I got mirage crates, and then duped the mirage crates, and then opened them until I got a conch. I needed this for the shell phone and just convenience, so I used it to actually get to the dungeon on the right side to fight the lunatic cultist. Just go ahead and bang this out real quick. Do bleed. I might like doing bleed damage. Oh, he doesn't do anything to him. He doesn't give a shit. But Yeah, I mean, this guy's never really too bad, and he wasn't any different on this run. Obviously, it's easier, but he's still pretty annoying, and I do, like, considerably less damage than you're supposed to be doing. But he went down, right? That's the goal. So, killing him gave me the achievement Obsessive Devotion. Also got us past the halfway mark for all achievements, so woohoo! Afterwards, I decided to clear the Stardust Pillar first, since, I mean, I just got done with this soul summoner run. And I really liked the whip. It was cool, right? Yay. Oh, thank goodness that's enough. Yeah, and afterwards I just sort of went around clearing every single pillar, and fortunately all of these pillars gave me more than enough fragments for infinite. It was only 25. Thank you, Relogic. Ugh, Relogic, I just stuttered. So, yeah, I made all of the necessary items I wanted to out of the fragments, and got the achievement, and it was Moonlord time. So done. Now, there really isn't much to say about Moonlord. I know you guys would probably love and have thrills seeing me getting my ass beat, but of course we're on journey mode, so this guy was an absolute joke. And Daybreak and Solar Eruption sort of just shred him. Like, I don't even have a life fruit in this clip. Like, of course I have really good buff pots, but I have terrible wings, terrible armor. I just face tanked a phantasmal death ray. Are we serious, dude? Like, it's too easy. So yeah, I'll let this fight play out, but this was an absolute, like, cheese fest, pretty much. Yeah, TS does a lot of damage, bro. Normal mode is too easy. Get out of here. Die. Okay. There you go. There's Moonlord dead. The first Moonlord dead. So not the last, because I don't think he's gonna drop 100 ore. Oh, we got sick though. The Terrarian, and also throwing a yo-yo for the first time. So I fought him again just so I get infinite Luminite, because, I mean, solar armor would pretty much make the rest of this run a breeze, and that was the goal. I mean, we killed Moonlord, but we still had over 60 achievements to get. So yeah, as I had previously stated, made myself some solar-based gear, wings and armor, I think a pickaxe too, just for the love of the game, honestly. Oh, and a grappling hook, yeah, that was for the love of the game. While exploring for ice skates to upgrade my boots, I found a stylist, and I also unlocked the bulldozer achievement for finally breaking 15,000 tiles. You know, it only took post-Moonlord to get it. I did find those ice skates though. Didn't even take that long either. Frost spark boots. I have a whole bunch of items I'm not going to get right now. Then made my way over to the glowing mushroom biome in the caverns because I wanted to fight Duke Fishron. He was an achievement, and he also led to the Slayer of Worlds achievement, which we also needed. So I got myself some shuffleworms, headed to the ocean, and fought a fish. Now, fortunately, I am far over-geared. I mean, look at this damage. The Terrarian is so often overlooked because of the Zenith, but it's genuinely such a fun weapon. Anyways, there's fish out of water, I think that achievement is. I also fought him a couple times on expert mode so I could duplicate his treasure bag infinitely, because this allowed me to unlock all of his items, as well as dev sets, which greatly boosted my researched items tab, like a shit ton. I also paid a visit back to the jungle in hopes of finding all of the last life fruit I needed to duplicate them, and fortunately it didn't take very long since a lot of time had passed now, and I had gotten enough to duplicate them. Got myself infinite life fruit. Using one gave me get a life achievement, and using, I think 20, however many makes you maxed out, gave me the topped off achievement. I then made it my next mission to get the Zenith, because, I mean, it was stupid overpowered, and also was an achievement. So I killed Planetara a couple times to dupe her bag in order to get the Seedler, which is, like, in my opinion, the most annoying one to get, and fortunately, it didn't take very long. And since I wanted the Zenith, that means I was going to need the Horseman's Blade, I believe it's called, which required the Pumpkin Moon event. I needed to defeat both events anyways, both for achievements and for a bunch of weird other stuff. So I headed down to the dungeon, got myself the Robin the Grave achievement for getting an item drop, and infinite ectoplasm. Silk. I don't have any damn pumpkins. So yeah, I planted a bunch of pumpkins, but then I got distracted because I get distracted every time I do anything in this damn game, and I decided, let me build a surface mushroom biome because there's 2 achievements tied to it. So yeah, I did that. I cannot explain to you the randomness, but yeah, there's Funky Town. I also made the truffle a house in hopes he would move in, so yeah. Yeah, now it's time to start the Frost Moon event, so I did that. I didn't really have any drops I wanted from this. I sort of just needed Bestiary, and later I needed Santa Claus, who has a chance of spawning, and a couple other weird mobs that spawn due to the Christmas event that follows. That is a bullshit mechanic, and it was really freaking irritating. Anyways, I got ice cream for getting to the 15th wave, and I really had no reason to continue the event. Following the completion of the Frostmoon event, the Christmas seasonal event continues, and you can get presents. I needed presents since I needed the Frost Legion, which is just like a goofy ass event where like gangster UK like snowmen fight you. Anyways, they died, got the achievement, do you want to slay a snowman? Following that, I started the Pumpkin Moon event, and yeah, not much to say about this either. I mean, it's the Pumpkin event. If you haven't seen it, it's not terribly interesting, especially when everything dies in 1 to 2 hits. But yeah, it's wave 15, got the Baleful Harvest achievement, and then just had to sit around and farm until I got myself a Horseman's Blade, which didn't take too long, fortunately. I sort of just flew into space for no reason, which netted me the Into Orbit achievement, because I just never touched the top of the map before, so that was cool. Also got the It Can Talk achievement, because the truffle decided to move in. Oh yeah, and off cam I killed the Moon Lord in expert mode to get Infinite Treasure Bag, so I could get both the sword components required for the Zenith, and I was in space to get the Star Fury? I don't know. And I used some set seed to get the Enchanted Sword because there was no way in hell I was going to find that naturally. Then I got myself a Martian Invasion going because we need the Xeno Wafer. This took so goddamn long. Holy moly. I think it took me 2 Martian Invasion events and like 8 or 9 Martian Saucers just to get this sword. It's like a 16% drop chance. It's not even that rare. So, yeah. But I did eventually get it. I think. No, I'm just kidding. I did eventually get it. Got another goddamn Xeno staff. No way, I get it first try. And this one, are we serious, bro? Okay. I then summoned a Solar Eclipse since I needed Mothron's Broken Hero Sword to make the Terra Plate, which also gave me an achievement on top of the Zenith achievement. So that was like a good little 2-for-1 there. So I made myself the Terra Blade, giving me the Sword of the Hero achievement. Yeah, and funnily enough, the only sword I hadn't actually gotten before was the Beekeeper. So, yeah, I had to farm Queen Bee's treasure back until I got a Beekeeper. And finally, all components to make the Zenith. Woohoo! I have a busted sword and got myself another achievement. I immediately used this overpowered sword to get revenge on that stupid bastard Queen Slime from the Summoner run. I was also exploring the caverns working on the Ink Shield when I killed a Nymph, which gave me the Deceiver Fools achievement. And then abusing the Shimmer and a couple of items I got, I acquired everything I needed for the Ink Shield. Yes. There it is, the Ink Shield, which is an achievement. Accumulation complete. Sort of just banged out an easy one here. Not the bees for a full set of bee armor and shooting a bee gun. Oh yeah, and I built a whole ass mob farm because I just genuinely could not get a depth meter for the life of me, and this turned out to be useful anyways later for the Rod of Discord and the Hallowed Biome Key. So yeah, did that off cam just because I could not get lucky at all, but it turned out to be better than I thought. And while I was dicking around, the princess moved in, so that means I'd officially gotten every single town NPC, except she didn't have a house, so I had to build her house, and then I had to reload, and I finally got the achievement. Also forgot she gave leading landlord for max happiness. I was talking about real estate agent. Then I took my water gun, shimmered it, shot my NPCs, gives one of the new 1.4.5 achievements. Afterwards, I went to Torch God, so I kind of just went to the cavern there and placed a bunch of torches. You'll see this trend continue. I sort of just bang out a bunch of random achievements that are from like mid to early game that I kind of just forgot existed or were a little bit too inconvenient at the time. I think I was like Googling achievements there. I don't know what I was doing. Anyways, there's Torch God. Also got a rare realm for loading into a rare seed. Yeah, and fair warning, there's a lot of weird achievements in Terraria that are related to, like, unique seeds. I don't really know the specifications for all of them. I just googled them. I know this one I had to kill an NPC using a grave of my own. So, yeah, there's a grave mistake. I also had to hit an NPC with the fly mule sword, giving me terrorist. Then I played an instrument, which gave me the spicy licks achievement. I rode on like a unique minecart, which gave me rolling in your grave. I then had to go to unique seed while wearing the vampire vanity set, go to the surface and get burnt for the fear the sun achievement. Then I had to just make a whole new character on a unique seed and die on hardcore to get extra life. I also had to go to a zenith seed and then get a windy rainstorm, so a thunderstorm that happens, so it like boulder stormed. It was, dude, there is so many weird new achievements that you have to do like weird niche shit on unique seeds. Google it. I'm not gonna go into super detail. Sorry. It was just not that interesting. Hey, but look at that. We're over 100, or at 100 achievements. Only 31 left. I then had to go to a combination of different unique seeds and collect the vanity pieces of the Moon Lord set and dress up as the Moon Lord, which gave me the Mini-Me achievement. Then I found a dead man's chest and I killed myself using it, which, these achievements, dude, they're so weird, they're so random. But yeah, killing myself with this netted me another achievement. For this next one, I had to go back to a Zenith Seed and summon Mechadusa, which is a unique combination of all three bosses. Actually pretty cool, but of course very trivial at this point in the game. Oh yeah, and while exploring, I got Marathon Medalist for walking 26.2 miles on foot. That took an astonishingly long amount of time. I also fought the Moon Lord on a Zenith Seed because for some reason killing the Moon Lord on a Zenith Seed just gives you like Boulder Lord or whatever it's called. I don't know why. I think he has a unique attack where he can send boulders at you. He didn't do it, like, during this fight. He just didn't at all for some reason, but that's, like, the reasoning behind the name, I assume. Yes, did not pop the achievement, though. Oh, Boulder Lord. Fished up a Joja-Cola can, gave it to the Dryad to Purify, which triggered this little cute cutscene and gave me the Interdimensional Recycling achievement. Thank you, Stardew. Here's another seed-specific one. On the remix seed, you can fly out of the map, giving you the My People Need Me achievement. I was on God mode, so I didn't die, though. I then bought a little racer drone from the Cyborg, and I flew it directly into the sun, which gave me another achievement. I then fished in some lava using some lava bait to get the Hot Reels achievement, which I needed to do anyways because I needed the obsidian conch, or like demon conch, so I had to get that, which I did end up getting. It took a damn long time though, like seriously. I don't know how rare this is, but shit, I was not lucky. I also finally killed Dread Nautilus, which gave me the Don't Dread on Me achievement. I really should have had this earlier, I was just lazy. I then flew the kite that he dropped on a windy day, which gave me another achievement. Alright, so while fishing during the Blood Moon, I got the first, like, guide to training your NPCs, and you get the second one from shimmering a spell tome, which I'd gotten earlier in preparation for the achievement, so I already had it in my duplication menu. But the first one you have to get from fishing during a Blood Moon, which I got off camera, so I utilized the second one that I had already gotten, and it gave me the Training Day achievement. This Training Day, yay. What is the next one we have to get? While I was in the process for attempting to get the fishing quest achievements done, a natural party happened, which gave me the Jolly Jamboree achievement, which was fortunate because this plays into the town NPC slime thing that I work on later. But anyways, I completed my 50th fishing quest, giving me Fast and Fishious. Following that, I struggle to break my own legs in an attempt to survive on very low health for the A Lucky Break achievement. I don't know what was going on here. Like, if you fly and then unequip your wings, for some reason, just like it doesn't make you take fall damage. So I just went back to using the old Frostbark boots, broke my feet real bad, gave myself Lucky Break, and then immediately went to the nurse to get the Frequent Flyer achievement for spending over a gold. And it was finally time to fight Empress of Light, so I grabbed myself some Prismatic Lace Wings, summoned her up, and just absolutely slam dunked her. I mean, come on, who thought this was going to be much of a fight? That gave me Fae Flare. I then did the final version of the Old One's Army event. I needed this anyways because you could buy a lot from the Tavern Keep shop, and all of which I wanted to add to my researched items. Because as I said, we need 3,000 items researched, and I've been slowly chipping at it throughout the entire playthrough because that is a lot worse than it sounds. Like, 3,000 sounds fine on paper because you're like, wow, we pick up a lot of items, but no, you don't pick up 3,000 in a regular playthrough. Anyways, Betsy goes down, and I get another achievement for completing the Old One's Army event, which is the Hero of Etheria. Oh, we're at 195. 196. 197. Ooh, I missed. 198. 199. And alas, here it is. Ooh, Supreme Helper Minion. So there you go. Every single fishing quest done. And after that, I decided to convert our mob farm into a hollowed variant underground because I needed both the Rod of Discord and a hollowed biome key for 3 achievements, actually. Like, each, like that total to 3 achievements. I didn't mean 3, like, in one. That was not 3 in one. It's 3 total. So yeah, I convert this over with 300 hollowed blocks, and it didn't actually take that long worth of AFKing to get myself both items, actually. I think it was only about maybe 15-ish minutes. So yeah, we missed it popping, but I did get the Organized Chaos achievement for getting the Rod of Discord. And then I go and use the Hollowed Biome key to open the Hollowed Biome chest in the dungeon, which nets me another achievement. I think it's like Booty or something. I think it's like literally what it's called. Hold on, I might be wrong. I'm actually, let's see. Yeah, Big Booty, that's the achievement. Now, fortunately for me, this actually feeds into another achievement where you just ride the unicorn and shoot the rainbow rod, which is the rainbow and unicorns. And then equipped a die in every single die slot, which gave me the Die Hard achievement. Again, just like a random miscellaneous one that I had missed. I then started working on the town NPC slime. So there's the first one, the Squire slime with a copper hat on a slime. There's the clumsy slime that you find in space. Then the magic slime where you use a powder on a magic toad. Then the diva slime, which you use the bathwater item from the queen slime and the shimmer. And then the cool slime who moves in during a naturally occurring party, which gave me that achievement. And then use a lot of the end game accessories as well as armor. We got to bang out the You and What Army achievement where you summon 8 or 9 plus minions. I also had to farm for Dr. Bones, so I just went to the jungle and made it night and eventually spawned, slimed him out, got myself the Archaeologist achievement. And then I went to an alternate world and I killed the Eater of Worlds, which gave me both the Slayer of Worlds achievement, which had kind of popped earlier but was bugged, and also the Worm Fodder achievement. Anywho, I went to back to my original world and I cleaned up this area to get the last slime, the Umbrella Slime during the rain event, giving me the Gelatin World Tour achievement. Also a little bestiary check for y'all. But anyways, the next achievement, Absolute Purification or whatever, I cheesed. I used a Skyblock World Seed and I made housing and then forcefully summoned the Eye of Cthulhu, killed him, got the Dryad to move in, and checked the purification of the world. Now, you're supposed to purify an entire world. I was not doing that shit. This is so much easier and so much faster. Like, seriously, I don't have time for that, dude. So anyways, there you go. There's good riddance. Now, this next clip is me farming for the final bestiary entry I needed, which was a skeleton with the Halloween outfit of, I think, spacesuit or like a suit or something. He needed some kind of unique variant, and this was after hours of farming. Like, I got Santa, I got all these weird niche mobs, but this was the final guy, and here it popped, giving me the Bookworm achievement. I then made myself the final upgrade to the boots, the Terra Spark boots, boots of the hero. And following this achievement, I made myself, well, I had finally gotten the last thing I needed from the traveling merchant, so I could make myself the PDA and then the cell phone. So, yeah, enjoy this little crafting montage. PDA, cell phone, which gave me the Black Mirror achievement, and then I upgraded it to the shell phone, which gave me the shell phone achievement. Now, somewhere, I'm not sure where, I went wrong with counting. And also, the achievement that follows this, the Trash Compactor achievement, I got off camera. I accidentally triggered the achievement off camera. God damn it. But here's the proof that I platinumed the game, or 100% of the game. There's the golden ribbon. I'm sorry I can't count, but there it is. And I don't even have footage of the Trash Compacting achievement. God damn it. Again, I'm so sorry that I cannot count, but I hope you enjoyed the video anyways. I will see you guys in the next one. Maybe it'll be another 100% challenge. I have no idea. Anyways, see ya.